We are in Rio de Parras in Michoacan. And I'm here with my new good buddy, Isidro Rodriguez. It's been a great experience so far.
Isidro Rodriguez. He's a mezcalero from a small village in Michoacan called Rio de Parras. It's about an hour east from the capital of Morelia. I first tried Isidro's mezcal when it was highlighted by an agave spirit brand, Malbien. This was incredible stuff. So when I was in Michoacan, I had to go see Isidro Rodriguez and his Venata for myself.
And I just want to talk about my, well, I was going to say 2 favorite mezcals, but I actually have 3. And I've only tried 4, so.
He made all these mezcals with agave iniquitans, or by the maguey name, Alto. First we'll check out his mezcal distillery, or Venata, and then we'll talk about these. A 70% ABV Alto, which is the high proof of the Malbien Alto bottle that I had originally, which was 48% ABV. Next we have an Alto that is reposado barrel aged, very different. And then finally, the craziest of them all, a mad scientist creation, a pechuga with a combination of meats that's almost too crazy to be conceptualized.
Isidro's gonna take us to the Viñata next, and I am stoked. Let's do it, buddy. All right, I'm at Isidro Rodriguez Palenque. A few awesome things to show you.
Correction. In Oaxaca, they call a mezcal distillery a palenque. But here in Michoacan, I should have referred to it as a Venata. When I rolled up, they were doing a first distillation of a batch of agave iniquitans. And this young buck got a shot at the chainsaw to grow the wood pile.
Oh, I stalled it out.
They were getting the wood together for an upcoming cook or tapada. Let's check out the agave they'll be cooking the next day.
Here's the agave iniquitans, all chopped up, ready to be cooked. And of course they make use of the quiotes. Fabulous flavors with that.
I took a stroll around the Venata and found the horno, or the underground oven, where they would cook the agave. Meanwhile, the young fella's still trying hard.
No pressure, no pressure.
Isidro had some previously cooked agave fermenting away.
Bit of fermentation going down here. Lovely.
Look at that foam. The young pup had to yield to the big dog. Then I headed back to Isidro's place to taste the fruits of their labor. Next up, kicking it into high gear.
This is 70%.
As advertised, the 70% puntas. Just a little bit, heat goes a long way. Wow. This is, without a doubt, the gentlest and smoothest 70% spirit I've ever had. Much more woodiness to it, still very fruity. A bit more bitterness in the finish, still dry, but tasty. This is a masterful puntas, or ultra high proof mezcal, so good.
Another beauty here, this is a reposado. So this is aged for a little less than a year. It's, again, all of these are agave iniquitans. And what I like about this is, well, I'll try it. This reposado is so different versus your typical tequila with the agave tequilana or the Blue Weber, or your typical mezcal, aged mezcal with espadín. This one you can obviously really taste the agave iniquitans in there. It just has so much flavor, to just emanates Michoacan. What pairs well with that is the barrel notes. They're very, very subtle, but I pick up a little bit of obviously woodiness from the encino or
roble, encino and roble.
Okay.
In the glass, still pretty light, definitely reposado aged. So by design of a reposado, this is definitely a smoother version of the original Alto. The fruitiness, citrus, and the woodiness are all intertwined. And there's a nice bit of vanilla in the aftertaste that comes through from the oak. This reposado is beyond incredible, and it goes by locally as Mezcal El Troncanzo.
Next up, we have, this one is crazy. This one is amazing. It's a pechuga. So, but actually what's in this pechuga, it's not turkey. We have duck, fish, rooster, apples, and other fruit. What's the fruit?
Tejocote. Tejocote.
That one. And then this one is fabulous.
All right, what I love about this pechuga, it's not overly fruity or spiced. The natural citrusy notes from the Alto really shine through. The predominant meat here for me is duck and a little bit of fish oil, both very tasty. But I can't say my palate is sophisticated or developed enough to pick out the rooster out of a crowd. Overall, a dynamite pechuga. It stays true to its Alto roots while adding some fantastic and innovative meaty flavors to it. This just works. Well, that's almost it for me today. First, huge thank you to Ben Scott, the owner of Malbien Agave Spirit brand. He's the one that hooked me up with Isidro. And of course, a massive thank you to the man himself, Isidro Rodriguez. I was so happy he showed me his home and Venata. He's a super friendly, funny guy, great sport, because he turned this picture into that picture. As always, do me a solid if you're enjoying this Mezcal, Agave Spirit related content, hit me with a like and a subscribe. I'm gonna salute off with what might be the craziest pechuga of all time. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Salud.